Alright everyone, welcome back again to more Trails to Azure. In the previous video, we ended up taking down a monster extermination near Armorica, and now we're actually in the village itself, just once again revisiting and just checking things, or better yet, checking how things are since the previous game. So afterwards, we're going to continue on doing what we usually do, and if anything else guys, I hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you again for our love and support. Now let's do this. Alright guys, welcome back. We're gonna once again re-explore the village of Armorica and, see how everyone's doing. Pulley. I'll never be bored as long as I have my brother around. Things have been even funner too, now that Stefan's playing with us. Stefan or Stefan? I'm thinking of Stefan Arkell, from Family Matters. Oh, I missed that show. I'm in the Cheap Village's house. Actually, let's see how he's doing. I actually wanted to go to the inn first, but let's see how this guy's doing. Anna, my husband and son have been getting into rather intense discussions about the village's future recently. That isn't necessarily a bad thing, but neither is willing to concede a reg, so it always ends up spiraling out of control. At this rate, our relationship with Derek is only bound to get worse. It gives me a migraine. Where are they? Downstairs? Did I miss them? I missed them. Oh, the special support section. It's been a while, Chief Tolta. It has. I heard you all had resumed your duties. It's good to see you're in good health. Something the matter, sir? Well, I've been dealing with a personal problem lately, but it's hardly significant enough for me to trouble you all with. We really don't mind, though. If you have an issue, there's no harm in at least telling us what it is. Yeah, keep this stuff all bottled up and it can't be good for your health. And you never know, the Triple S may be able to help you out. I appreciate that, but it's really nothing so important. If I can't solve it on my own, I'll send you a request, but for now, don't give it a second thought. Well, alright, if you insist. Please get in touch if you ever need anything in that case. Of course, you'll be the first I turn to. At least we earned your trust, man, Hold on a second. Can I go in here? No, I can't. It looked like I can enter that area. All this shed, I remember. Is there a chest here too? No? No? Ah, shucks. Tis what it is. If I remember, the inn is like right here, right? Yep. Gofan. Oh, you folks were with the police. What was it? The special support section? Thank you for all your help before. Same here. I remember when you saved those tourists over at the ancient battlefield. Oh yeah, I caused you a bit of trouble with that overdue library book too. Don't worry about it. It's all part of the job. Have there been any other strange incidents around here recently? Not particularly. The village has been pretty peaceful as of late. I should mention though that we've had some unfamiliar faces pass through. Oh yeah, that giant red-headed man and his cohorts. A giant red-headed man? Would you say his hair was the same shade as mine? Now that you mention it, yeah, that looks about right. Aside from the big guy, there was an energetic young girl with the same red hair. Yup, it's them. Would you happen to have any idea why they were here or what they were doing? Sorry, but I wasn't really keeping too close of an eye on them. Did you see anything, Alf? Well, I did see them buying some things from the general store. Cheese, bacon, rye bread, and the like. All of it in bulk, too. Oliviero was over the moon. He made a mound of mirror off of them. Interesting. So the Red Constellation visited this village. They are stocking up on provisions from the sound of it. Everything they bought has a long shelf life. Jaegers always maintain a sizable food supply. It's a fundamental part of how they operate. Battles could break out at any time, so they always need to be prepared for the unexpected. A core as battle-hardened as them isn't going to cut corners in this sort of thing. Huh. I learn something new every day. Still, could that really be the only reason they were here? We can't know for sure. For now, let's make a note of what we've learned and move on. Thank you, this was very helpful. Please feel free to contact us if you ever need anything. Can't say I understand what this is all about, but I can tell it's no light work. Stop by when you have the time to spare, and I'll whip up some of my delicious omelet rice for you. Speaking of that, I remember when I looked at this, I got a recipe. Is it going to be the same? Ash Tree's In Specialty Dish. Chef's Special Omelet Rice. There's a recipe for... Oh, yep, there is, yep. Nice. Okay. How are you? Seely, welcome to Ash Tree Inn. Go ahead and sit wherever you'd like. I highly recommend you give your omelet rice a try. Give our omelet rice a try, by the way. We recently revamped the recipe. It's so tasty you'll be asking for seconds one bite in. Listen. I don't need to be told that. I know how great your rice tastes, so... well, let's fish here too. The only rod I have. Got him.
Yosh! Get to that!
Nah, I still got tiger or rockfish. Fine. It's still something. Alright, let me see what else you guys got before I go. Oh, speaking of, Rior, do you have... Please tell me you have battle scopes. Racing flags for Noel's room. Sure, why not? Buy that for you. You do have battle scope. Hold on, I saw it. 11. Whoa. Okay, let's chill for a minute. There you go. Alright, we are good. Was that it? Yeah, I guess we can go back. Thankfully, we can just take the bus. Oh, hold on a second. Anything new on your end, ma'am? Miria, it's been peaceful around here lately, and thanks to the rain we've had, the crops have been doing well. Still, it's weather like today's that makes me want to bask in the sun. Maybe I could spread some straw on the bed of the orbital truck and lie down for a nap. That sounds nice. Never laid in straw before, but I'd like to give it a shot one day. Alright, where's the there it is. And we will head back to Crossbell City. Ah yeah, we're back, baby. Alright, let's super save for now. Alright, we're gonna head over to the harbor because I found out we have a hidden quest we can take care of here. So, let's go through that so we don't miss anything and we have everything we need and move on about our lives. A sign is hung up in the locked door. Heiyue Trading Limited, Crossbell Branch. If you have business with us, please knock. Heiyue Trading. The man who runs this branch is named Cal, right? That's him, Cal Lee, otherwise known as Heiyue's Sharp and Capable White Orchid Dragon. That is a long name. Do we feel like paying him a visit? Well, even if we did, there's no guarantee they'll let us inside. Probably not. But I wouldn't mind picking his brain about what happened to the old Ravache building. Yeah, Heiyue definitely had their sights set on it. But in the end, Crimson & Co. bought the deed out from under them. I wonder how they feel about that. Oh, I admit it was rather regrettable. Cow. Salutations, ladies and gentlemen of the Special Support Section. Your timing is impeccable, actually. It just so happens that there's a small favor I'd like to ask of you. What? A favor from us? Why don't you step inside so I can apprise you on the finer details? Though of course I won't force you if you're otherwise preoccupied. Wait, can't you just... Our apologies, but this request for your assistance is genuine. I ask that you listen to what Master Kao has to say if you have the time. Enter at your own convenience. We will leave the door unlocked for you. His assistant has always been a chill dude. I like that guy. A bit of a patronizing bunch, aren't they? I'm not sure you'll want to talk. So what should we do? It doesn't seem to be a trap. Maybe we should play along. Might learn something useful from these chumps. Yeah, maybe. We've got our hands full too, so there's no need to do this if we don't want to. But we're going to anyway. Let's talk to ya. Excellent, you're all here. It is my sincerest pleasure to welcome you to the Crossbell branch of Heiyue Trading Limited. I hope we aren't interrupting. Thank you for inviting us in. And salutations to you as well, Mr. Orlando. I've been rather looking forward to your return especially. Yeah, howdy doody. I see you haven't changed a bit. I'll take that as a compliment. But my, who would have guessed that you had ties to the back alley's newest tenants, Crimson & Co. It's left me absolutely stunned. Whatever. I take it you have a fair amount of intel on them then? As a matter of fact, I do. Our two factions aren't without our shall we say, connections. Though perhaps Mr. Orlando could tell you a few things about that. All I know is that sometime last year, my uncle and his crew picked a fight with you Heiyue guys over in the Eastern Quarter. Sounded like a real bloodbath too. Now that you mention it, Dudley did say something about that. To sum it up, we've had our fair share of romps and rabble-rousing with them in the past. Fortunately, we've reached an agreement, so there's no bad blood to speak of. Though to this day, some Heiyue elders do still curse the names of the Red Constellation's members. No bad blood, huh? Sounds like both sides have quite a history together. As far as the other Vash compound is concerned, it truly is a pity to lose it, but what's done is done. We don't expect them to be direct business competitors in Crossbell the way the Mafia was, so you can rest assured that we're not looking to start a fight. Thanks for being so considerate. Not that I entirely believe him. Pardon me for changing the subject, but what exactly is this favor you wanted to ask? We assume it had something to do with Crimson & Co. Oh yes, that. Cal, what is taking so long? I don't have all the time in the world. Who's this kid? Why, if it isn't Master Shin. Is there something troubling you? Of course there is. You've been keeping me waiting for ages now. When is this guide you promised coming to pick me up? I told you I'd be more than happy to show you around. And I told you that you're no good. Don't make me repeat myself. This kid's a little brat, huh? Spoiled. I didn't come all the way to Crossbell to be ferried around the place by one of our own men. But of course, that is why we took the liberty of making alternative arrangements for you today. These fine young youths will be your guides. Them? Wait just a minute here, Cal. Is this the favor you wanted to ask? Allow me to formally introduce you. This is Master Shin, the grandson of one of Heiyue's elders. We would like you to take him on a tour of Crossbell City. I was afraid you'd say that. You're putting in a support request for us to babysit this little squirt? How unorthodox. These are the guys you spoke of? They seem a bit young, don't they? Why did you not send for someone like Ilya Patier or Dieter Croy? I fear you overestimate how much pull I actually have. That being said, the people standing before you are Crossbellian celebrities in their own right. These are the ladies and gentlemen who solved the incident in the spring. Are they now? That would make you the special support section then, wouldn't it? The same ones who crushed the cult? Wait, you heard about that? But how? Master Shin is the grandson of an elder. It is only natural that he be well informed about the current events around the continent. He spent much time studying Crossbell in depth before making his visit. Of course I did. You heard who my grandfather is. The future of Heiyue will be on my shoulders someday. I have to be a cut above a commoner such as yourselves, mentally speaking. One's got a real mouth on him. Take it easy, Randy. He's just a kid. Very well. If you insist, then I will accept this proposal. I can take this opportunity to ask more about the cult and sit. Huh? Is something wrong? This is love at first sight. What? Excuse me? Those alluring eyes, that luscious pearl gray hair, and those beautiful, bountiful proportions. I never thought I'd meet the woman of my dreams here of all places. You there, what's your name? Me? It's Ellie. Ellie McDowell. It's nice to meet you, Shin. Ellie, even your name is lovely. Now I understand. This is why Destiny brought me to Crossbell, to meet you. What is he talking about? Great, as if being a cheeky brat wasn't enough, now he's gonna try and play grown-up too? I think Ellie has a new biggest fan. She's acceptable, Cal. I would like this lovely lady to guide me around the city at once. I'm glad to hear it. Well, off you go, everyone. Do be sure to take good care of Master Shin. Hold on just a second. Should the Triple S really be playing tour guide for the grandson of a crime syndicate elder? Maybe, sure, why not? Alright, we'll accept. So, are there any particular places in the city we should go to? I think Master Shin has a few places in mind. He'll let you know. Do be careful on your tour, Master Shin. You enjoy yourself now. Oh, I will. Let's be off, my dearest Ellie. Wait, Shin. You weren't thinking of going off with Ellie by yourself, were you? And what's the matter with that? There are far too many of you to travel comfortably. And besides, 3 is a crowd. I get that, but I doubt anyone would try to target a child even if he's connected to Hayward. Still, is it really a good idea to leave them alone? Shin, the trade conference is approaching fast. Crossbell is on a high alert right now, meaning that anything could happen. For the sake of your safety, wouldn't it be smart to travel with more protection? You have a point. Very well, 2 of you may come with us as bodyguards, but no more. As for the others, let me see. They can watch us from a safe distance away. How does that sound? Well, honestly, not too shabby of an idea. It's actually standard practice when it comes to protecting high-profile individuals. Then it's decided. Well, you should meet this shield. You should be meet shield number 1, Lord. Which of us 3 do you want to tag along? Let me think. Bring Randy. I mean, Wazi's cool and all, but he's a bit much. I like Randy, but since me and Noelle have been what's the word here? We were like training together in the beginning. I figured it's best to bring her along. Would you mind tagging along with us, Noelle? I'd be happy to. This may be just a sightseeing trip, but I won't let my guard down for even a second. Randy and Wazi, you 2 keep an eye on us from a distance and observe our surroundings. I hear you loud and clear. Less work for me. Is this arrangement to your liking, Master Shin? I have no objections. And drop the Master. I get enough of that from Heyo as members already. Sure. You got it, Shin. Good. Now let's get going. I'll specify where I'd like to take... Wow, I cannot read today, guys. I'll specify where I'd like you to take me once we're outside. Alright. Hidden quest it is. Hold on a second. Alright. Where to take this cockamamie kid? Let me begin by laying out the details of the tour. I'd prefer not to repeat myself, so pay attention. Yeah, sure. Damn brat's just trying to act like a big shot in front of Mademoiselle Ellie. True, but he's sort of pulling it off. That lovesick fool really has it bad for her, doesn't he? Excuse me, did you have something you'd like to add? No, it's nothing. We're ready to hear your explanation. Very well, then I'll get straight to the point. As we discussed inside, you will function as my tour guides around the city. However, trying to navigate this place without a goal would only exhaust us. Therefore, I have decided on our eventual endpoint in advance. And where would that be? The roof of Time's department store in the central square. Simply ensure that you take me there last. After that, you will be relieved of your duties. Got it, that's easy enough to remember. So other than that, we are free to choose where we go along the way? No, I'm not about to let you parade me through the duller parts of the town. Instead, I ask that you bring me to Central Square via East Street. Is it me, or do you already have most of this mapped out? Please, this is a special trip for me. It's only obvious that I would make preparations beforehand. That said, I don't have any plans beyond what I've already told you. I'd be grateful if you could take us on a few enjoyable detours so that I may spend some quality time with Ellie. Now, Shin, don't forget that I'm one of your guides as well. Nonsense, how about the question? You're my guest now, Ellie, which means your only task is to relax and enjoy yourself. Oh boy, maybe lovesick was a bit of an understatement. That aside, I think I get the gist of the things now, but you know what you're asking us for really isn't all that different from a casual stroll through the city. Are you sure you're okay with that shit? Yeah, I mean, aren't there any other options you want to check out? What about Arc NCL, something like that? There's always Michelin Wonderland, though that's outside of city limits and I think they're closed right now anyway. Who do you take me for? Of course I've already been to most of the notable places in all of Crossbell. They were enjoyable enough and I wouldn't mind returning in the future, but that isn't my goal for today. There's so much more I need to see of this place before I leave. I'd rather see Crossbell's true face as its citizens know it, rather than the same old tourist attractions. Crossbell's true face? You put a lot of thought into this. Just imagine how pushy he's gonna be once he grows up, the little Do you understand now? Daylight's burning as we speak, so I'd like to get this tour started. Understood. Let's not waste any time then. Okay, we're going ahead. Watch our 6, you two. No problemo. Have fun out there. Alright. You know what? I know where to take him first. He brought up Dieter Croy. Dieter Croy. IBC then. The IBC? It's a fine building, yes. No more or less so than usual. Is this not your first time here, Shin? Well, of course not. Naturally, even Heiue has an account with the IBC. It just so happens that I recently opened one myself for stock trading purposes. I'm hoping to receive some hefty dividends in the near future. Come to think of it, weren't you doing something like that while you were a student, Ellie? Well, yes, I did dabble in equities a bit, but only for future reference, really. So you're no stranger to shareholding either, Ellie. I never would have guessed. That reminds me, I recently came across an interesting investment opportunity. Not many people have taken notice of it yet, and its prospects are quite promising. But of course, there are always other options in the market that I could recommend if you like. Other options? Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that. Poor guy. My apologies, Ellie. Forget I said any of that. I simply got carried away after learning the two of us shared something in common. You don't need to apologize. I just wasn't expecting it, that's all. Oh, Ellie, you truly are a goddess. In any case, the IBC is hardly anything special to me, so there's no need for us to head inside. Let's move on to the next location. Sure thing. How old is this kid? Like the way he speaks in terms of understanding shareholding and equities, that's hilarious. He said he wanted to go to East Street too, right? Alright. Oh, we gotta do the standard walk. Fine. Yeah, it should be here. So this is East Street. This is the first real chance I've had to take it all in. You must feel quite at home here. Does it remind you of Calvert? In a sense, I suppose. But unfortunately, this is nowhere near as lively as the Eastern Quarter. Speaking of, I'd love the opportunity to show you around the Republic someday, my darling Ellie. By which I mean, you're more than welcome to come home with me. Well, that's quite the offer. I'm almost jealous that I've never had someone fawn over me like this. Well, I think you wouldn't mind if it was someone you like, but someone like him? I don't know. Alright, you know, how about the guild? This is the Crossbow branch of the Bracer Guild. What are you hiding, Shin? Shut up! It's none of your business. My oh my, what are you doing with that cute little boy there? Don't just stand there blocking the entrance, come on over. Oh, okay. So, who's the rascal? Is he lost? Should we help him track down his parents? Not quite. Hey, you, receptionist! Is the Divine Blade of Wind here right now? Well, someone has a mouth on him. Sorry, Dumpling, but Arios is out at the moment. Oh, good. Good. It's with the relief. Your speech, behavior, and get-up point to the one thing. I get it. You're connected with Heiue, the grandson of an elder, no less. How'd you know that? I didn't, silly. You were the one who just told me. But don't think that makes me a deceiver. Every reg of fabulosity you see in front of you is 100% genuine. Understood. Why does he look and act like this? What a strange person. Are all people from the Bracer Guild this way? Well, aren't you a rude little scamp? I'm sure you'll make a fine member of the mighty Heiue. and only get worse with time at that. I have to agree. That aside, why the wariness about Arios? It's not like we hold a grudge against Heiyu or anything. So you say, your people have meddled in the Elder's affairs on countless occasions. The Divine Blade of Wind and the Immovable have been nothing but problems for us. The Immovable? Ah, he means Zin the Immovable. An A-rank bracer from Calvert, as well as a master of the Taito School of Martial Arts. We don't see him often anymore, but he's helped this branch many times in the past. If I remember correctly, isn't Lin also a Taito practitioner? She sure is. Zin is one of her predecessors in the school, so it goes without saying that he's incredibly strong. That makes sense. There's no shortage of talent when it comes to the bracers. That may be, but the real issue with your guild is the code you stand by. Call it your guilding principles if you want, but that doesn't give you the right to do whatever you please in the name of civilian safety. By the same token, though, our code balances itself out. There are some things even we can't touch due to our non-interference policy. But hold the phone, little man. How do you know so much about that at your age? Seriously, I'm impressed, Shin. Ha, flattery will get you nowhere. Anyway, you bracers are. Alright, I think that's enough grabbing about the guild. You're still just a kid after all. Speaking of kids, Kia and Shizuku are hanging out upstairs. You should go say hi to them. That's right, it's almost slipped my mind that they were here. Why don't we go introduce Shin to them? What? Who are you talking about? Oh, this is gonna be fun. I wanna see how they interact. Oh, you guys are back. How's it going? Are you in the middle of work right now? I guess you could say that, yeah. Why are we speaking to these children? Do you know them? Huh? Who's that? Sounds like a little boy. Who's little? I am Shin, the man slated to bear the burden of Heio's future as an elder's grandson. I apologize. Wow, you're so tiny, but you act as grown up as Lord in them. You're a lot more of a big shot than your size lets on, huh? Stop it! Stop calling me small! Trust Kia to call it like she sees it. Now let me introduce you, Shin. These two are Kia and Shizuku. I think they're just a bit older than you. And did we mention that Shizuku is Arios' daughter? That's the Divine Blade of Winds? I bet you're a swordsman too, aren't you? Your eyes have been closed this entire time. You must be using that insight technique. Insight? How do you know about insight? No, of course not. Actually, I'm unable to see. My hearing is better than most because of it, but I'm not nearly as amazing as my father. I'm terribly sorry. That was ungentlemanly of me. Please forgive me for my insolence. It's alright. Wow. It seems he can be a good little boy when he wants to. I know. He has manners. That is shocking. Alright. You said your name was Shin, right? You're not from around here, huh? How much longer are you going to be in Crossbell? I'll be here for about 2 more days if you must know. Cool. Does that mean you're going to check out the tower unveiling tomorrow? We're planning to watch it from the roof of times. You can join us if you want. Are you sure? Yeah, why not? Ryu, Anu, and the other kids are coming too. It'll be all sorts of fun. You don't say. Well, if you're going to be that persistent, I have no choice but to take you up on your offer. This kid is a tsundere. The unveiling is tomorrow at 11 AM, correct? Yep, we'll see you there. He's pretty happy right now. Perhaps he doesn't have any opportunities to play with other children his age. Yeah, he just wants friends. You're a very nice boy, Shin. I have no earthly idea what I have no earthly idea what you could possibly mean by that. You're speaking to the man who showed us the burden of Heio's future. That's funny. Alright, maybe he'll enjoy the diner. Because I know I do. Long Lao, so they even have Eastern-style eateries on East Street, do they? Would you like to stop here for a break? A fine idea. I was just starting to get hungry, in fact. I'd like to see exactly what kind of food is served here. So, was Long Lao to your liking? I'd also like to hear from someone as well versed in Eastern cuisine as you. What is the meaning of this? Dishes like this? At these prices? Is the owner out of his mind? Lower your voice, Shin. If they hear you complaining. Wait, let him finish. For example, this mapo tofu is better than anything I've had from the 3-star restaurants in the Eastern Quarter. Something this exquisite should be thrice as expensive, so why isn't it? That's why you're upset. I don't believe this. How long has a restaurant of this quality been hiding in Crossbell? Well, either way, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. This guy, man. He's still a kid and he's like so well versed in a lot of things. And what is this place? This home belongs to the chairman of Crossbell Business Owners Association. He's a good friend of ours, in fact. Is he now? I suppose even Cow and the others would pay their respects to a man in his position. Maybe wise for me to greet him. Crossbell City House. Parla. I was gonna say Paria. My, what do we have here? I see you brought yet another adorable child with you today. Please excuse our unannounced intrusion, ma'am. Well, aren't you well-mannered? Don't you worry about that one bit. Would you care for some tea? That's quite alright. I wouldn't want to overstay my welcome. His social etiquette is excellent. I don't even know how to respond. That was surprisingly perfect. I know. This kid would do well in like... He was trained, of course, so it makes sense. Well, if it isn't Lori, then the Triple S. I don't believe I recognized the boy in the Eastern attire there, and here I thought I knew everyone from East Street. You're the chairman of the Business Owners Association, correct? I am Shin, the man burdened with carrying the future of Heiwei upon his shoulders. Heiwei, you say? They're that trading company from the Eastern Quarter that recently expanded into Crossbell. Judging by your words, could it be that you're related to their Council of Elders? Indeed I am. My grandfather is one of them. Do you know the elders, Mr. Moores? Oh no, not personally. I merely engaged in a few small exchanges with them back in my merchant days. But it makes sense that you're so sharp, considering you're an elder's grandson. Might I ask what your business is with Lloyd and his team? Well, one thing led to another. These citizens were dying to show me the sights of their beloved Crossbell. That being the case, who was I to deny them that simple wish? Is that how it happened? It sounds like there's more to that, but the important thing is you all seem to be getting along well. Shin, was it? It would please me greatly if you were to take a liking to Crossbell, young man. I'm not ashamed to admit that I've been mildly enjoying it. Now, if you excuse us. Wow. Alright. I heard he doesn't want to go downtown, but I figured why not go there too. We're here anyway, so... Just what is this place? It's so dreary. This is the downtown district. Sadly, it was left behind during the city's redevelopment years ago. Is that so? I suppose every nation has these sorts of places. I've seen enough. Bring me back to East Street post-haste. Yeah, okay. Alright, well. We'll just head to Central Square then. I like the kid though. I mean, he's annoying, but he has character. A complicated yet good kind. And he's hilariously tsundere. This would be Central Square, correct? It's about as busy as I would expect a thoroughfare to be. That's right, Times Department Store is only a stone's throw away from us too. Should we head there right now? I'll let the three of you figure that out. After all, so long as I get to stay by Ellie's side, I couldn't be happier. We heard you the 40th time. That's very sweet of you, Shin. Well, we're already in the area. May as well take a look around while we're at it. Alright, well, I'll take you to Genton then. So this is the Orbital store, I've often seen it covered in magazines and such. Between the decor and the merchandise, everything seems very state-of-the-art. I'll admit, I don't think anything in Calvert equals this in terms of scale. Genton does carry a variety of products from nations all around. It's a testament to Crossbell's status as a cultural melting pot. Speaking of cutting edge, they also sell computers here that you can hook up to the Orbital network. Orbital network, you say? Yeah, basically it's the system that helped bring communication devices into the modern age. The Orbital Network project has been steadily growing thanks to the work of the Epstein Foundation. By accessing it through a terminal, you can transmit not only your voice, but text and pictures too. Wow, technology's come so far. Not that I'm surprised. What do you think you are anyway, a walking encyclopedia? Quit trying to show off. I wouldn't say I was. And also, look who's talking. Now Shin, it's not a competition. Learning new things is good for you. That it is. Alright, we'll take you to our building. The Triple S. Hopefully we score some good points too. What's with that giant dog? He's scared. Zeit? What's he doing out here? Maybe he just wanted a breath of fresh air. Is everything alright, Shin? Oh, did Zeit frighten you? Relatable, to be honest. It's not like I wasn't scared of him myself at first. What are you talking about? Nothing scares me. You got that? Absolutely nothing. Ahem. I've decided that this spot holds nothing of interest to me. Let's move on to the next. Sure thing. It may all just be bravado, but you have to admire his commitment. Yeah. I completely forgot that, you know, Zeit is not necessarily a standard dog. He's a wolf. Badass one at that. Well, here we are. Time's department store. Is there any other place you'd like to take Shin first? You won't have a chance to show him around anywhere else once we enter. The decision is yours. Either way, try to be quick about it. Nah, we're good. I'd say we chaperoned them enough for one field trip. Let's head inside. Good. I've been looking forward to this one. And let's not keep you waiting. And there they go. Right into the department store. Something the matter, Andy? Yeah. I kept feeling like we weren't the only ones tailing them back there. Heh, you too. I got the same impression myself. Yeah, I figured it's probably some of the Heiwa's henchmen keeping an eye on us. Still, could have sworn I sensed something more than that. I couldn't tell you exactly what it was, though. I know what you mean. But either way, all we can do for now is continue observing the situation. True enough. Well, here we are. Why don't we check out a few of the shops before we head to the roof? Very well, lead the way. I see, this store deals in a variety of imported foodstuff. Are they even... Ah, they even carry soy sauce. Well, hello there, young man. Are you from the... Wow. I'm so sorry, guys. Are you from out east by chance? We offer a wide selection of authentic ingredients that any Easterner is sure to approve of. If there's anything we don't have that you'd like to see on our shelves, just let me know and I'll put it in a special order. Okay, I'll think about it. Is there anything we don't have? I'd be happy to put... Oh, okay. No, we can't buy anything. Shucks. Are these the fabled Mishi plushies? What are they doing here? This isn't Michelin. Ah yes, the general store recently added a dedicated display for Mishi merchandise. I take it you're a fan of this, Shin? Bite your tongue. I'm not gonna stand for you mocking me. How could the man fated to lead Heiwa possibly be interested in these childish toys? Have you no common sense? Shin? You don't have to take it so personally. Besides, who says members of Heiwa can't love Mishi too? Enough about this. Let's... What's this? TikTok Mishi available exclusively at times? Like I said, only an infant would have any interest in these playthings. I don't care for them one bit. Not in the least. He's not fooling anyone. He thinks a certain Heiwa's elder's grandson doth protest too much. Lloyd spoke to Southwark with a whisper. Excuse me, how much for the TikTok Mishi? Oh, that'll be 500 Mira. Getting a present for the kid? Well, I'm considering it, yeah. It's only 500 Mira. Should I buy it for Shin? Ah, sure, why not? Alright, one TikTok Mishi, please. Of course, thank you, and we hope to see you again. Hey, just what have you been whispering about over there? Well, funny you should ask. Here, this is for you. Lloyd handed the TikTok Mishi over to Shin. This is the store's limited edition! Oh, so that's what you were doing. Aw, you're so considerate, Lloyd. I don't get it. Just, what do you expect me to do with this? Whatever you want. It's a gift, Shin. You should take it. To give it as a token to remember this day by. A token to remember it by? Well, you've already purchased it, and it'd be disrespectful to toss it in the garbage, so fine. I accept. But let me make just one thing clear. I have no interest in these silly little dolls. Got it? Yeah, whatever you say. Alright. I guess we're done. Let's head over to the roof. Well, the department store's rooftop has quite the view. It's breathtaking, isn't it? You can see the entire cityscape from up here. Indeed, it managed to exceed my expectations. Ah, yes, Orcus Tower. Is that it over there? It may still be covered up, but the weight overshadows the rest of the city is astounding. Come on, Ellie. Get up front right here, closer to me. Okay. Try to be careful, you guys. I don't want anyone falling over the rail. So, Shin, were you satisfied with the view from the roof? It was pleasantly adequate, yes. The rest of our citywide tour wasn't too shabby either. I must admit, I think this little outing will be one to remember. Really now? Well, I'm glad you feel that way. I plan to return to Calvert in 2 days' time, after which I'll once again be surrounded by those stuffy adults forced to endure an endless torrent of studying. Such is the fate of a man who will one day command those of others. Shin. That's a lot of responsibility. By the way, Shin, are you enrolled in Sunday school? Yes, as a means of broadening my horizons. Everyone fears the adults guarding me, so they don't dare approach. That's why it was so refreshing to meet Kia and Shizuku, was it? I rather enjoyed myself speaking to children my age for a change. It's a good thing we ran into them then. Pardon me, I'm not usually one to engage in useless small talk. At any rate, I've had enough touring for my liking. Escort me back to the office at once. Roger that. I wonder who was watching us from afar then. I know Randy and Wazi were keeping an eye on us, but they also mentioned someone else was there. Maybe it was the assistant, this one over here. It pleases me to know you enjoyed yourself. I'll admit, it exceeded my expectations. It would seem there's more to Crossbow than just Arkansas and the theme park. Now I understand why a shrewd businessman like yourself is so taken by a cow. You flatter me, Master Shin. As for you, Detective Bannings, you, Miss McDowell, and the rest of the Triple S have my deepest gratitude. I never could have imagined that a simple tour would please Master Shin so greatly. For that, I am in your debt. Don't mention it, Cal. We had a fun time as well. It may not be much, but at the very least, we would like to reward you for your efforts. I don't know if that's such a good idea. We're members of the CPD after all. Oh, I thought you might say that, which is why I refrain from having your remuneration prepared in Mira. Consider this a token of our friendship with Master Shin rather than Heiwe. Wait, what? How thoughtful of you, Cal. Don't be shy, go on, take it. Someone's pushy. I don't think a no thanks is gonna cut it, now that they've framed it like that. Probably not. Well, okay, as long as it's not Mira. We appreciate your generosity. Moon Spirit Gem. I think we should be going now. We'll see you around, Shin. Until next time. I'll be looking forward to it, Ellie. Be well. You must have tired yourself out walking around the city like that. Pastries have been prepared for you in your private quarters. Only the choicest delicacies, of course. Is that so? How very thoughtful. Very well. I'll let grandfather know how well you've taken care of me. He's still young, but you noticed before they left, didn't you? The glimpse of his wisdom and talent. I greatly anticipate seeing how useful he will prove in the future. Right. Still, was that the safe decision to make? In the unlikely event that they had chosen to target Master Shin, you would have been the one held responsible, Master Kao. Had that been the case, it simply would have been part of our shared destiny. However, they know just as well as I do that it's far too early for them to be making their move. Speaking of which, have we learned anything new on that front? Yes, we've caught wind of 2 individuals who were tailing Master Shin and the Triple S. We currently have them under surveillance. Excellent. Allow them to proceed as they like, but take care to keep out of sight. And see to our crimson neighbors don't interfere if you would. Of course. Alright, that was a neat one. That was also pretty long. But guys, if anything, I'm going to end it here for today. Thank you all for watching. When we come back, we're going to continue on. Finish up the last half of the request, and then, as you know, the main story. So, thank you again, and I'll see you all in the next one.